my YouTube channel. It's your boy Cheese and I'm back again with another fucking banger as always. I got my girl Key and KALM Clothing. Alright, we're gonna get the special boxes and everything. If y'all don't know, grand opening is coming. Listen, first off, tag y'all mamas, grannies, aunties, uncles, sisters. I don't give a fuck who you tag. Wake them up or stop them from what they doing and tell them we got some new shit going on. Right the fuck now. First off, I want to say, how you doing today? I'm good. I'm good to see you. It's good to see you too, girl. We in the morning now with this shit. Tapping in, so how I feel? Speechless. I need y'all to share the live too. Tap in. We finna get ready to talk about everything. Alright. So you feel speechless right now when you come into the mall?
Speechless.
Okay.
And you know what's crazy is so the first item dropped on October 15, 2016, right? It was when I dropped those two coats, the black one and the white one.
I remember that.
So I dropped them on social media, right?
Mm-hmm.
Had my little brother take a couple pictures of me outside, and I had the black one on, I had the white one in my hand, and I came up here that same day.
Really?
I came up here that same day, and I walked to every single store in this mall that I thought would carry it, and asked them would they carry it. You know what I mean? And obviously, they didn't. And the only person that gave me a contact was Marnie. I hope I'm saying that right. Martin, that she works in City Man. Yeah, she's the only one.
Yeah, I know.
All right, now
I had to say that. I remember Marnie. She got short hair, loud ass. That's C-K-M-T.
Yeah, but so she was the only one that gave me in contact. She gave me the owner of City Man. She gave me his email, and I emailed him. He never got back to me, but it was crazy that now I'm their neighbor. Right?
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that's super crazy. That's God. You see what I'm saying? You gotta keep chasing and wake up every day, keep chasing. All right, so like you said, I want to get to it. How did you come up with KALM? The actual, just the brand, the name.
The name of it?
Yeah.
So when I decided to start a clothing line, the name was Fly by Air, and it was FBA for short. So all of my early samples, before I dropped that first item, all of them say Fly by Air. And my best friend, Deontay, he hated the name, from day one. He hated it, but I kept brushing him off. I'm like, bro, this is hard. I'm like, this is hard. Fly by Air, that's hard. And he it's not, it ain't doing it for me. Something ain't right. So I still went on getting all my samples. I kept Fly by Air. 6 months before the coats came out, he started blowing me up heavy, heavy, more than he ever had, just on my ass, change the name. I'm like, bro, I'm not changing my name. And I was about to put it in production, and I told him, and he you have to change the name, this ain't it. I'm like, all right, if you don't like my name, someone give me a name. And he suggested KALM, but he spelled it the dictionary way, and we changed it from a C to a K because of my name. Yeah, so that's how we came up with it. So yeah, it was actually, he gave me the name for it, and he just had his first baby. And the baby shower was in New York a few months ago, and I went down there, and as his baby shower gift, I gifted him ownership in the company.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, so now
that's real.
Yeah, he's part owner now.
Y'all see that? That's real love right there. That's real love. I commend you for that. That's real love. You ain't had to do that, but you did it. And that's real love and him for standing on your ass.
Yeah.
Getting straight to it. All right, so with that being said, you started that KALM year 2016, so you just been into fashion way before this, or is it something you picked up?
I've always been into clothing and getting dressed and stuff like that. I used to make my little brothers let me dress them for school and stuff like that. So it's always been in me, but it's never been an option. You know what I mean? Because entrepreneurship isn't praised in our family. Even when I started KALM, everybody was against it. My last job that I worked before I quit and did KALM full time, I was security guard at GM on Van Slyke. And I told my parents, my mom was like, nah, that's not a good idea. You should stay and see if you could get hired into GM, and just retire from there. I'm like, what? Yeah, what? And then my dad was like, I have a bachelor's degree. My dad was like, I don't think you should go back to school and get your master's. Everybody was against it. Everybody. You know what I mean? But I something felt right. It just felt right.
Yeah, you stuck with it. And the consistency pays off. As you can see, consistency pays off.
It does.
Big time. Don't ever stop. Whatever you do, don't ever stop. So I got a question. I seen a couple of celebrities in your clothing. KALM. So, how did you go about that? How did you, you know what I'm saying, get those connections? What made you wanna put? How did you get that opportunity to get through there?
The same thing that you just said, the consistency. So even when I was doing the boxes, like my minimum was 30 influencers a day. I'm DMing 30, and it's not as difficult as it sounds. Like you literally put a message in your notes, and for everybody that you DM, just change the name on it. So I'm just copying and pasting. You feel me? And then when I went into KALM, I kept that same strategy. Like you DMing 30 people a day. What's 30 times 7? I don't even know what the hell it is. That's a lot.
Yeah, because 73. I don't know.
Oh,
It's
it's a lot.
It's a lot in there. It's like 24, something like that.
You gonna get at least, like even at the minimum, if you get 2 people to respond a month, you feel me? And you just keep that same thing every single month, somebody gonna bite. You might have to send it to people and they don't even wear it. You know what I mean? But if you can get, I say, at least like 3 major people a year, like just bank on that. That's a lot.
Yeah,
people don't understand that. Like that's a lot.
That is, especially with their platform and yeah. So I got a question. How is entrepreneurship for you? I know you probably started off and it was going crazy. Like, how is the process of, especially coming from a clothing brand? You know what I'm saying? How is that process? How was your process? I should say.
It was rough. It was rough and it still is rough. Because my degree is in political science, not a minor in criminal justice. It has nothing to do with running a company, you know what I mean, leading a team of people, balancing books, like it's nothing. We wasn't taught none of that. You feel me? So all of this stuff I had to learn on the fly. And I failed a lot. Like a whole lot. When I in the apartment in Sunrise, I kept all my money in my pocket and I kept all my receipts in the shoebox. So it was literally like I was hood, just hustling. Yeah. And I reached a certain point to where I couldn't do I needed to come up a little bit. Like I still took that hustling mindset with me when I signed that investment deal. And it was like I was being pulled in 2 different directions because you only know what you know. Yeah. You feel me? So it was a lot of stuff that I just had to keep bumping my head into. Pay your taxes. Can I just stop and say
that? Yeah. Definitely say that shit. Because I ain't paid taxes in the last 6 years.
Pay your taxes. Get you some
jail.
business insurance. Listen.
Tax time, I'm gonna be in jail, motherfucker.
I'm tell you, the state of Michigan hit me with a $35,000 tax plan, knowing damn well I didn't owe them nothing. Okay. But when you don't pay, they can put anything down. You feel me? And it's up to you to go back years and years and years, and you have to prove it. But when you don't pay your taxes, this is what they do.
Yeah,
anybody that's in the industry of what you do, they take that and they give those numbers to you. So there must have been some type of brand or clothing brand in Michigan that was high enough to have a $35,000, you know what I mean? So they're gonna try to get you for as much as they can. Yeah. So that's what they get. That's what they get.
Oh, that's bullshit.
Yeah. So then I
pay your damn taxes.
Pay your taxes.
Pay your fucking taxes.
Like you gotta get to a point where you can't be hood rich no more. You can't. It don't work. You have to elevate. You feel me? And that's what I forgot to do. I forgot to look up.
You speaking to me right now.
I forgot to look up. And when I did look up, it's like, damn, I'm still in Sunridge, but KALM is
way bigger than what you can imagine. So I got a question. You started in 2016. Along the way, you was going and going and going. Was it any time where you just feel like, okay, it's too much, I gotta shut down, fuck it?
Yes, this year and a half, this past year and a half. I haven't put out a full collection in a year and a half, and it probably don't even feel that long, but it's been a year and a half. And that the break was forced. It was forced, but it was well needed.
What did you learn?
To look up. To stop trusting people. I had a whole lot of money stolen from me. Cause I was to the point where I was running everything on my own. I was doing everything on my own. Deal with investors, you know what I mean? You have to keep up with those people. So that was a whole nother job that I had took on. And anytime you bring something else into your business, you're supposed to hire somebody for that. You don't just let it all just pile up on your desk. You want to keep as much stuff off your desk as possible because you have to leave. Like at that point, the people are depending on you. I can't be in the back room stocking with you. I gotta be out here. You feel me? It's hard to say, right? So you feel me? I did a lot of stuff like on my own. I was doing everything on my own, and then it just got to a point where it was too much, and I was in a state of desperation. So anybody that would have came to me at that time, like, I can help you. You feel me? I'm thinking, all right, if I just need to get this shit off, like, you feel me? Like, anybody probably could have came to me at that moment, and I would have just threw money at that shit because I was desperate. And I ended up doing that, and it fucked me back. So not trusting people is one of the biggest things that I've learned. Just putting my trust in people costing me my bread on 3 different occasions. This past year and a half, I lost like three times.
Oh.
3 times.
That's deep.
Yeah, 3 times. So not trusting people, not going into shit head first, like do your research first. You know what I mean? If you about to put some money into somebody's hands, it's okay to grill them.
Yeah.
You feel me? Get in their ass. And if they want to work with you that bad, they'll prove themselves to you. You feel me? So I'm grilling everything. Why are you here?
Yeah.
You feel me? It's like like PTSD almost.
Yeah, that's deep. Learn from everybody's situation, y'all. So you got your own business and you working on your shit. Learn from this right now. She telling y'all the potholes to avoid them. Fucking avoid them. Cause I am, okay? I go for family and friends, motherfucker. If you ain't trying to work, bye. No, you get your ass on over there, to the table. Yeah, I feel that now. I feel that. So, grand opening is August 6th, which is this Saturday.
This Saturday.
This Saturday, not next Saturday. This fucking Saturday. Keep calm, people. Keep calm. Y'all said keep calm. This Saturday from 1 to 5. Okay, we in the mall across the street from DTLR. AKA the Villa, okay, we right across the street from them, across the hall, so the street across the hall. Now make sure y'all pull up. I ain't done talking to you, I'm just telling you to pull up.
Okay.
Make sure y'all pull up this Saturday, alright? Make sure y'all pull up, come get y'all calm gear. This Saturday, motherfucker. Yeah. Okay, and you gonna be here, right?
I'm gonna be here from 1 to 5.
1 to 5, that's my boy, come and take pictures. I can take a picture from my YouTube. Yeah, so listen, we're back talking. Listen, Kiera, I want to ask. In this process of all that, we already got, you know what I'm saying, the process of building and stuff like that. But where do your creativity flow from? How do you know what I'm saying, get the idea of what you want? Just like you came out with your first jackets, you know what I'm saying? How do you get them ideas for, you know what I'm saying, your clothes?
That's a good question. That's a great question. I think in the beginning when I first started, I was pretty much, you know what I mean, fulfilling the younger me. You know what I mean? Like the type of stuff that I would see people wearing in high school that my mom wasn't able to afford, wasn't able to give us. Like that's when Polo had just came out and they started using the big one. Who else was out? I think Academics. Lacoste. Academics was huge back then, and Ed Hardy. Ed Hardy used to go crazy with the logos, like all that stuff. So in the beginning, like I was able to make everything that I couldn't get, that I wanted when I was younger. You feel me? So that's pretty much what it was in the beginning. But now, it's just a whole nother vision, man. It's a whole nother vision. And what I like to say is it's like, if Walt Disney and Chanel was to join forces, it would be KALM. So I want to create like this just exaggerated world. Like even with this store, I wanted everything floor to ceiling. I mean, you notice everything goes from the floor to the ceiling. Like when I walk in here, I want to feel small. Like I want everything bigger than me. So moving forward, it's really about creating that world. Like it's about creating the world first, and then it's a matter of what do the people in the KALM world wear? You feel me? So it's like working backwards type of thing. But yeah, definitely exaggeration points. My vision, my sense of style has elevated a lot.
Yeah, and I like just to let you know I'm feeling the outfit.
I appreciate it.
It's cute as fuck. That's what they said. Cute as fuck. Outfit cute as fuck here, okay? And that's on who? That's on period, okay? They can't listen. She got style, motherfuckers. Okay, not just online, in person too.
Yeah,
That's dope, though. That's dope.
But yeah, my sense of style is changing and everything is maturing. You know what I mean? And I just wanna. It's gonna be a huge like 180 with KALM when people see it full fledged. Like as far as the grand opening, I just want to slow roll it. Like slow roll it and build. But once we get probably like into spring of 2023, I think people will start seeing like a full vision of where I'm going with the brand.
Right. And that's definitely dope. And guess what? I'm behind you 100%. Anything I can do, I promise you God I'm gonna do.
For sure.
That's why I'm so happy.
That's love.
For real, when these still come, yo, can you do it? Yes, I'm pulling up. Tell her I'm pulling up. I'm coming. And that's to anybody too, though. That's to anybody too. Y'all got a business list. I'm behind you 120%. What up, though?
What's good?
But yeah, definitely. And make sure y'all come check out KALM, because guess what? We in here right now, and this motherfucker looks good as shit. I ain't gonna lie, this look like some out of town shit.
Thank you.
It do. And she got cameras for them boosters. Listen, Tom, stay your ass across the street, Tom. I'm dropping my phone. That's how I get. That's how I get. You know I do. That's my cousin. Tom, my cousin. So what do you want? No, I was just like, listen. Back to the flow. So we here at KALM's Right Now Clothing Store. My girl Kier. Listen, if you haven't had no KALM gear, today, Saturday, every fucking day is the day to wear it. Okay, we gotta start wearing our brands just like we wear the designer. All right, that's why y'all always see me in a Woody Woo shirt. Sometimes, all right. So always sometimes. You know what I'm saying? I need to start wearing it more, but yeah, y'all make sure y'all come. I got you. Don't worry. I was already gonna get you one anyway. Speaking of that, I want to KALM Hood more than one-on-one. We're gonna do that on the other side. I'm gonna make sure I get with you on the other side. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, look, collab for sure. Listen, this Saturday, y'all make sure y'all pop out. I ain't done talking. I don't think you getting away that fast. Make sure y'all pop out, okay? I don't want to ask you your age, but I do. How old is you?
29.
29.
Yeah, I'll be 30 in September.
You young. You look younger.
I do?
Yeah.
Thank you.
You look way younger. Definitely. I thought you was younger than me. I'm 27.
I like to drink a lot of water.
That's right. Listen, ladies, y'all need to shut the fuck up and drink
No!
I just came up with the solution right there. Shut the fuck up and drink water, y'all. Okay? That's why your life is in shambles. Because you're not shutting the fuck up and drinking water. Okay? That's why your baby daddy left. No, I'm just playing. I'm just fucking around. I'm just keep calm. Everybody keep
that was not the conversation. That was not
scripted. It's fucking TV. It's fucking TV, okay? No, here's how I act on a regular, okay? So you 29. That is dope. You've been doing this since 2016. So how old was you when you started?
23, 24.
23, 24, that's what I'm So you see that it don't happen overnight. She's been grinding since 2016, even before that. Because she said she had FBA, right? So even before that, my thing is this: you stay consistent, you stay grinding, you stay creative, you kept going. How do you strategize?
Ooh, that's a good question.
How do you plan?
I just learned how to plan. Like how to really plan, like how the top executives do it. And as soon as I learned how to do it, I went and made a video and showed everybody else how to do it. Like we not holding on to no gems. You know what I mean? It's nothing like that. We ain't holding the keys to success. We're sharing it with everybody. So I just recently learned how to really sit down and strategize, and I was able to come up with a 10 to 15 year plan for KALM. So for the next 15 years, you know what I mean, we already know what it is that we're doing, but the way that I was able to do it was really just by research. And people don't understand how vital it is to do your research. There's nothing new under the sun. Whatever it is you're trying to do, somebody has already done it before. And it's not a matter of I'm sorry.
That's okay.
Hello.
Y'all listen to that. Nothing's new under the sun.
I'm gonna get it.
Make sure, y'all know nothing new is under the sun. If you trying to do it, somebody already did it in their way. You got to do it in yours.
Yeah, and that's the exact point that I was getting ready to make. Is like the formula is already there. It's already there. Sit, do your research, and then make sure that you're not dipping into, you know what I mean, the brand aspect of what somebody's done. You just dip it into the strategy part, and then you make that your own. You know what I mean? But it's very vital to do your research. Like you can't ever stop learning. You can't. Because there's levels that I ain't even reached that I'ma still have to go back and sit and do, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Hours of research at a time, but doing your research is really, really vital. And somebody that I dug off into deep was Steve Jobs and Walt Disney. You know what I mean? And Steve started with the first, they started with their first computer, I think it was called the motherboard or the mother something. And then from that, he just kept making that computer better. He didn't make a computer and then go make a car and then go make a couch and then go make a curtain rod. Like, you feel me? He made his the foundation of what he started with. He just kept making it better and then he branched off from there. You feel me? So it's like taking what you're doing, starting with that, and then just elevating on it and branching out, but making sure that it makes sense. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And something a piece of advice that I never liked was when people say you have to have multiple streams of income. You do, but you can't just be pinging in different directions. Like, you have to own your lane first. That's how you build your name. That's how you build your brand. And then you can branch off from that. But you can't be like, you feel me, selling hair and selling hangers. Like, we don't know which way to go with you.
Yeah.
You feel me? Like, you can't, you don't have a solid foundation to build on. So yes, multiple streams of income, but you gotta own your lane first. You feel me? I own my lane with KALM. So even if I was to take this now and make a KALM,
basketball,
anything, you know what I mean? Because the name has a solid foundation. You gotta start somewhere. Stop pinging. Like, that's what I want our people to stop doing, is stop pinging. And when you say things like you gotta have multiple streams of income, make sure you put some context with that, because these kids are seeing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They being misled.
Yeah.
You feel me? But that's how I figure out.
I'm smart as shit. I'll tell you
You
that.
gotta research. You gotta do your
It's
research.
important. Make sure y'all research, man. Do y'all research. Stop just taking these pills.
Wait,
Just go clean them.
What?
No. It ain't no clean, all right? That bacteria's still in there, doctors. I love taking it left. I don't know why, but it's just fun. I'll be taking the conversation all the way for nothing. That's just me, I'm sorry. Listen, make sure y'all pop out again. It's Saturday, August 6th from 1 to 5 p.m. in the mall on the JCPenney wing, okay? We got KALM Clothing store is finally here. We so fucking happy. We gonna come in this bitch, make sure we try to sell you out.
I appreciate
Flint, we gonna get in here, we gonna try to sell her out, okay? We doing it big this weekend. Also, August 6th, we got the grand opening of KALM. I said that like it was a new event, didn't I? Exactly, get your ass here, motherfuckers. 1 to 5, we is here at KALM on JCPenney wing. Once again, 1 to 5, we is here with my girl Kiera. Like, she give y'all all the games. Listen, if you got a clothing brand, if you got any brand, listen, don't be afraid to hit her inbox and, you know what I'm saying, get some tips. So I got a question with that being said. What's some tips you have for me? Fuck them right now. No, I'm serious as shit though. That's what's crazy. Fuck them. As an entrepreneur, what can you tip me right now? We'll get to them in a minute.
What's your name?
Comedy.
So you want to be a comedian?
Entertainment.
Entertainment. Who do you look up to?
Kevin Hart.
Biggest inspiration.
Kevin.
Do you know his story front to back?
Yeah.
Beautiful.
I ain't gonna say front to back, but I know a lot about him.
He's your blueprint. So what was the first, whatever the first thing it was that he did, once he, like his big breakout, that should be what you moving towards. That should be what you moving towards. Block out everything else. Block out everything else. That should be what you moving towards. So if he went from, he was doing stand-up, right? Mm-hmm. So if I was you, I would be doing stand-up. Not just here though. moving around, really moving around and making sure that you got your set concrete, like you can do that shit in your sleep, type of thing. So if I was you, I would be moving around doing different stand-up, and they got like comedy clubs and stuff that you can go do stand-up for free.
Yeah.
I would go to coffee shops, like, you know what I mean? Like, really get your name out there. And once you got your name out there, I would move towards something on television. Yeah. So from there, build your name first. Move around, like really move around. Build your name first, and then when you feel like you got that, or it's enough for now, start doing auditions, open auditions, go to open auditions.
Got you.
Grind it out.
All right.
Grind it out.
All right.
You know what I mean? 30 influencers a day that was DM.
Mm-hmm.
Your goal should be, you got 30 days, 15. If you really wanted to go hard, I would do a different location stand-up every other day. So that's 15 shows a month. Somebody, listen, somebody
gonna see it.
Somebody
Something
gonna
gonna
see
happen.
it.
Yeah, for sure,
And
for
then
sure.
I would do that for 6 months, right? 6 months straight. Grind it out. The next 6 months of the year, go to 6 open auditions a month. 5 to 6 open auditions a month. That's a whole year, a straight. You feel me? That following year, something gonna bite.
Yeah. You just motivated me to do some new shit.
Yeah, something gonna bite.
That's why I said for me and not for them. I want to get motivated real quick. All right, what you got for them hoe ass niggas? All right, all right, y'all see the shit she gave me, this for y'all. All right, so for people that's entrepreneurs out there, just entrepreneurship in general, what's some tips you will give, you know what I'm saying, give them, just being an entrepreneur?
My biggest thing is do your research. Do your research. Do your research.
Do
your research and stop pinging.
Mm-hmm.
Stop pinging. Like you gotta see that people got a problem with seeing shit through. The moment they start dying down or they start getting bored with it, they own to something new. You feel nothing, you're not gonna give stuff like you're not gonna give it time to stick with people. Like you gotta let it stick. You feel me? A perfect example of that, I love bringing him up is Diddy.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's Sean John Enterprises is the name of it.
We putting it together, y'all. It ain't fun.
Oh.
It's all good. Sean John.
Who we
Sean John.
Right.
Look, she ready to fire
I'm gonna get back to that later. Hold on.
She said, who we all about?
I'm gonna get back to that.
Whoever put the lights up, your ass is grass.
Let me focus in.
She said, who put the no. She was ready to fire their ass.
We
We can get to the end. We can go back to that one.
Alright.
Diddy, Sean.
Right. I was finna say who's in. Hold on, let me get my thoughts back. Don't worry, we got insurance. I was trying to use that shit. Come on, man. Come on, man.
She said I ain't trying to use this shit.
Not Shannon, but think you scared.
Oh God,
Yeah.
man.
Okay. Sean John Enterprise, Diddy. He's a good person I like to bring up. So at the moment, he got Bad Boy Records, Ciroc, Deleon, Revolt TV, Sean John. Like he got all these different sectors that he's in, all these different things that he's in. But what did he own first before we knew him for anything else? Music.
Yeah.
Bad Boy Records.
Mm-hmm.
And I think they went for like 2 decades before he started anything else. So he went hard in that. Like he owned it. He owned it. So then when it was time for him to branch off, we already trusted the brand Bad Boy. So it was easy for people, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
we was excited to see him
sense.
put his hands in something else. You feel me? But imagine if Diddy rolled up on I think it was Atlantic Records he was interning for. Imagine if he rolled up on them like Hustle Man. You feel me? He got the trench coat on, he opened that bitch. He got a mixtape right here, he got an overall right here.
Yeah, all
I
types
got
of
special ones too.
Yeah. Velour, motherfucker.
You feel me? Like, imagine if he pulled up like that, it's like, you know what I mean?
It's too much.
It's too much.
Yeah,
You gotta own your lane. Like, figure out what your lane is and own it. When you figure out what your lane is, like I said, there's nothing new under the sun. There's somebody that's already owned that lane. Just see what they did. It's already proven to have worked. We seen it. We trust it. You feel me? So just do your research. Find your person. Like mine was Steve Jobs off the rip. Once I realized what it is and stuff started clicking, my biggest inspiration was Steve Jobs. And I really went and read his story front to back, analyzed it, and figured out how it would relate to KALM. Even though it's two different, he's in electronics, it's clothes, it doesn't matter though. You feel me? So do your research, own your lane, figure out who your one person is, and dig off into their story and how they did it and make it yours.
Yeah. Y'all hear that? So if you entrepreneur, own it. Own your lane. Don't get doing all different type of shit. If you doing lashes, do lashes. Stay your ass away from them pussies trying to wax it. Alright? Seriously though. Man, this Saturday, listen, August 6th is gonna be a great fucking day. Why? Because from 1 to 5, I said 5 because she finds herself. From 1 to 5, okay? We is here on the JCPenney wing, KALM's grand opening. We're gonna be here. We're gonna sell it out. We're gonna come show love. Y'all come in here and get y'all gear up, okay? With y'all little Balenciagas and Dior's and all them shoes y'all been wearing. Get y'all some KALM clothing to go with it, okay? Get your girls some KALM clothing to come around here and chill and go out. Y'all wear KALM. Keep calm, all right? When you wear KALM clothing, you have a calm spirit.
Yeah.
It's good vibes only in this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? So make sure you get KALM. I'm gonna be in my KALM. Well, I'm gonna try to get me a one-on-one, okay, with Hood Morning collab KALM, all right? So y'all be on the lookout for that shit. We'll talk about it later. But y'all know what the fuck it is. Y'all make sure y'all have positive vibes. Read your scripture. Make sure y'all fucking pray. I don't play about that shit. Pray, pray, pray. Okay? How you cussing and say cuss? God know my fucking heart. Check this out. Make sure y'all read y'all scripture and pray. You got something to say to these people?
Nah, I appreciate y'all, man. I appreciate the love and support. I appreciate y'all for giving me a solid foundation, you know what I mean, to build on. A lot of people weren't blessed with the type of support that I've had, and I don't take it for granted. I don't take it for granted. I appreciate y'all. It's love. This is the first KALM store, you know what I mean? And moving forward, any of my first will happen here first.
Yes, sir. Y'all heard?
It's in the city first, always.
So we're gonna have all the new releases, what you saying?
Flat up.
Way before.
This the flagship store. You know, with a flagship store, it holds stuff that other stores don't hold.
Okay, y'all heard it. So we're gonna have all the exclusive in Flint. So what we gonna do? We gonna support it and we gonna take care of it. We gonna cherish, okay? Cherish it, okay? Because this is nothing like KALM is bigger than anybody can ever fucking imagine, okay? It's fucking global. When I say global, from Japan to fucking Tijuana, I don't know where that's at. There's somewhere over there. Tijuana, that's what I meant. Mexico, that's down below us. Fuck it, it's everywhere, okay? Even Santa got the shit, North Pole, okay? We gonna keep KALM every fucking where we go, all right? And I thank you so much. Listen, we're gonna always support you, always showing you love. We're gonna always collab and do shit together, all right? You got my support for sure. For sure. I appreciate you for letting me come to the store. I was probably one of the first interviewers in here.
Second, but it's
Second. Fuck! Who was the first?
Flint side.
Alright, that's Xavier?
Yeah.
I fuck with Xavier. X, you get him break. I ain't gonna say nothing bad. You cool dude. Alright, cool dude. I'm the second one.
Yeah.
It's cool. I'm the first nigga though. Alright, Xavier ain't no nigga. He corporate.
Oh,
I'm a nigga.
Alright.
Full-fledged nigga. You know, I got my gun on you ain't even know.
Wait, what?
No, listen, y'all already know. Stay calm, stay prayed up, read your scripture, and don't forget, Bam got money, but his feet stink.
Uh-oh.